I'm starting. Okay, so there's the result that we all have today. Uh, that is the that is what we expected. So, uh, there it is today. It's Thiago Silva who's the face of defeat, and at least I want some one or two people to join the stream so that we can at least start to communicate on whatever is happening here because whatever is happening here is really, really, really bad. So I wanted today to go live so that we can have a chat, have a discussion on whatever is happening, and I want to share the link to the video. I will share the link to the video. But first of all, I want us to talk about the game. So the thing that I have realized with the game is that we really started the game bad from the beginning. I knew that we were going to lose. I knew it. I even tweeted my friends. I tweeted on X and I say that we are actually going to lose because I saw the signs of us losing the game today because first of all I looked at the lineup, and once I saw the lineup I was already sure that we're going to lose this game because first of all I don't understand why some people in this team managed to make the starting 11. I did not see the reason why Broja deserved to play in this game. I did not see the reason why Jackson decided to play this game. Jackson was so horrible, so horrible against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. So I didn't expect Jackson to also start this game. Also adding salt to injury, I did not like to see Disasi playing this game. I expected Thiago Silva and Badiashile would start. I expected Gusto to come in and I expected Colwill to play because I expected Colwill would play down the left because he is the only player who can play left back because all our left backs are injured. So when we come into the lineup, I see Leslie is in. So I knew that he has just arrived from injury and that something happened to Caicedo. And granted, Caicedo is now confirmed that he is ill. To continue forth with the lineup, the thing that I didn't understand is the position of Jackson and Broja. I didn't understand how both Jackson and Broja played in this game. I expected Jackson to start, but I expected Mudryk to be rewarded with a start after his excellent performance in the Carabao Cup. But what did Pochettino do actually? Pochettino did not give Mudryk game time. Pochettino decided to place Mudryk in his best position, and that is the bench. And this really got me asking a lot of questions about what's wrong at Chelsea. So here we can, I have a tweet from CFC Dubois who's talking about the sacking of Pochettino. And I understand because actually I was not in for the sacking of Pochettino, but now I can see because how do you start that lineup? That's why immediately after the lineups came out, I went directly into my community tab in this channel and I asked you, what's your view on the lineup? And there it is. You found your view on the lineup because whatever I expected the lineup to show is what happened because I expected Chelsea to lose this game. Now, the thing that annoys me most about this game is that Chelsea Chelsea persisted Chelsea persisted playing players who are not good enough in this team. Now, I have some few talking points that I want to address with regards to the performance that Chelsea have had. And my first talking point I've discussed is the lineup. The lineup was already bad from beginning with everything else. The lineup was bad. I did not expect Chelsea to start that kind of lineup because it was bad because I didn't know Broja was fit even to start. I didn't even include him in my preview. And here again, he has made the starting 11. So Broja was poor, extremely poor. It showed why he did not even start the game. So how did we even arrive at this lineup? How did we arrive at this lineup? We've been playing a 4-2-3-1, but we are playing a 4-4-2 in this game. So how did we shift from a system that has worked to go to a system that does not work? That's my question. Because we have played with a 4-2-3-1 all season. Palmer is fit, Modric is fit, Madueke is fit, and we are playing two strikers who are of form. The thing that annoyed me in the first half, and I almost lost my mind, was the movement of Broja in the game. I was so disappointed with how Broja played this game. Broja's head was always down, always down. I did not see Broja do anything in this game to warrant him playing. His head was always down. He will not make any runs. When he will receive the ball, he will lose it. He was making half-hearted press. When Gusto was in a crossing position, he was not making that run to attempt to give the fullback an opportunity. So when Gusto is crossing the ball, and we have two strikers on the team, no one is there to attack the ball in the box. So Gusto is whipping in crosses, but there are no strikers who are making runs in the box. So you ask yourself, then what was the point of having two strikers on the pitch if both strikers are not making those runs in the box to attack the ball when it's being crossed by the fullback, and in this case Gusto? So Broja is just walking on the pitch. He's receiving the ball when he's not ready. His first touch is poor, but once he's receiving the ball, he's not doing anything to warrant him being on the pitch. And this is why I'm moving now to start blaming Pochettino, because I don't understand how Broja managed to last 60 minutes on that pitch. I still don't. And if it was Tuchel, Broja would have been out. In the first 30 minutes, Tuchel would have said, Broja, it's time to leave. You cannot continue playing. But Pochettino allowed Broja to continue playing. And now look at the problems that we had in the team. Broja's head was always down throughout the match. People were already complaining. Jackson, on the other hand, Jackson is receiving the ball. His first touch is poor. He can't do anything on the ball. Another thing that we've also seen with Jackson is that he's doing nothing to try and change the situation. His confidence is so low. He's receiving the ball, he's misplacing the pass. A simple pass forward, he's losing the ball. And to add salt to injury, to annoy us, he's getting a yellow card. So did we sign Jackson to come into the team and receive a yellow card? Because that is the only thing that Jackson has done so far in this team. He's just been coming into the team, receiving yellow cards and moving out because he's not scoring goals. His first touch is poor. His heading, I have never seen Jackson score a headed goal. His heading is poor. So even if we are crossing balls in the box, but we don't have a striker who's good aerially. They're not dominant aerially. So what is the point of having these two players starting? I know we are all going to talk about this. We are all going to talk about this, and this is what we are going to talk about, and that is we are going to talk about Sterling. And when we're talking about Sterling, we are talking about this. This is what we are going to talk about. This is what I want us to talk about. This. Yesterday we were laughing at Liverpool when Liverpool was failing to net these goals when they had 5 men against 1. Today, we saw Chelsea in the similar position. Because if Sterling manages to score this goal or square this ball to Jackson, we go 1-0 up. We take away the pressure from the defense. We take away the pressure from the midfield. We take away the pressure from the attackers. Now, players will play when they are cool because we are already 1-0 up. But now we squandered the opportunity to go 1-0 up in the first half because Raheem Sterling wanted to go for glory. Now, here is where we are. This is the position where we are in. I know a lot of you saw this. I actually lost my head when I saw this. Because this is just a simple, you just square the pass. Because if this is Haaland, we can understand. Haaland will finish that. If this is Messi, we understand. If it is Aguero, we understand. But this is Sterling, a person who has history with missing open chances. And this is what he did. He can walk the ball inside the net, but he wants to go for glory. And then now the Premier League on their page in X, they are showing that actually Jose Sa made a resounding save in that situation. I don't believe Sa made any save to warrant this. This was Sterling missing a clear chance on goal. And this is embarrassing. The reason why Chelsea are not winning anything this season, the reason why Chelsea are 10th is because of this. This is the reason why Chelsea are 10th. So even if we try to put a lot of expectations in this team, this is what you expect. So you have an experienced player who's 28 years of age. He should be the one guiding the young lads up front, and this is the mistake he's making. I'm not taking this away from Jackson. I'm not taking this away from Broja. I've already discussed them. There are two strikers who can't make runs in the box, who have very poor fast touches, who lack any movement. You've seen the game how Broja was moving. There was a time when Gusto had the ball and he wanted to cross, and Broja was just standing there. The time that I've seen a player who has come in and I've seen some kind of movement was when Nkunku came into the team. When Nkunku came into the team, I started to see somebody trying to head the ball, somebody trying to move, making those runs. He's trying to move and attack the 6-yard space. Now, we have a position where there's a time when Sterling or Conor Gallagher actually was played through the half space, and he actually had time to cross the ball. He crossed the ball through the 6-yard space, and there was nobody who was making a run to try and have a tap-in. In fact, the commentator said that Nicholas Jackson saw the cross coming in and he gave up. He thought that that cross will be blocked, so he gave up. He started walking. And what he did, he went and did next, he went and picked his regular yellow card. That's what Jackson did. He missed an open chance, went ahead and picked his usual yellow card. Now, Jackson has scored one goal because he picked his usual yellow card. So he's going for AFCON. My opinion and my view in this game was that I wanted Jackson, I wanted Nkunku to start. Actually, my opinion was it's rather we start Nkunku, he plays for 60 minutes, and then after 60 minutes, we bring him off. Because if the first half, those chances fell to Nkunku when he played as a center forward, he would have scored. Even if he would have missed two, he would have scored one. Together with the chance that Sterling had, we would have been already 2-0 up before we moved to the second half. But what happened? Pochettino decided to start two of form strikers, and he decided to move from his usual 4-2-3-1 system and decided to move to a 4-4-2 system. Now, my question is, we had two strikers on the pitch. What do we have to say? And also something that I have realized with this striking situation is that we have two strikers and both strikers cannot head the ball. We have two strikers who can't head the ball. I've never seen Jackson scoring a header in preseason. Any game this season, I've not even seen him moving towards that position to try and head the ball. The thing that I have seen that is different, Sterling, Broja, and Jackson are all average players, period. Yeah, they are all average players. But I think with Sterling, I will give Sterling some credit because at least Sterling misses chances, but you can see he keeps on trying. But again, something that annoyed me today was that he kept on trying to fall over. He kept on trying to get penalties. He was trying to get penalties in this game. And I was very annoyed because why do you keep on falling over in the 18-yard space expecting penalties? So Sterling kept diving on the pitch. Every time he will receive the ball, drive with the ball in field and dive. So as much as we would like to blame the attack, the defense, but you see the defense, let me tell you, your team is only as good as, the defense is only as good as the attack. The defense can play perfectly for 90 minutes and they have two lapses of concentration in the 90th and the 92nd minute and you lose the game. That is one fact that you should know about football. The defense can play perfectly for 90 minutes and lose their head in extra time, and you will find that the team will lose the game. Now, Somebody is saying, should we sign a physical player like Santiago Jimenez? I've not seen strikers from Spain doing quite well at Chelsea. Oh, Diego Costa. Diego Costa was from Spain. No, Serbia. Diego Costa is from Serbia. We had Morata, but currently I'm saying that actually we were lucky having Morata. Morata was a good striker. But we need a striker in January. So I don't know how the club is going to manage the FFP rules, but we need a striker in January. Also, I don't want to see Jackson and Broja play, especially Broja. At least I can say something about Jackson. I can say that, probably he had an off day, but I don't want to see Broja playing, because Broja is having half-hearted presses. Broja is not scoring goals. His movement is poor. He doesn't want to move. He's not positive when he has the ball. He doesn't want to run and attempt anything. So I don't want to see Broja starting this game. I just don't want to see him. This was the striking force that we had. This is the striking force that we had. Somebody is showing here an image of Danny Welbeck and Iwobi. I think that is Armando Broja, and this is really, really bad. This is extremely bad. This is extremely bad. I don't even have to say anything about whatever happened. I said against Crystal Palace. Now they're saying we should start Nkunku, we should start Noni Madueke. But why didn't Pochettino start Nkunku today? Nkunku already played 21 minutes in the game at the Carabao Cup against Newcastle. Why didn't he start today? I would be happy if he started for 45 minutes and he was taken off, because so that you give him that steam. Now you're bringing him into a team where we are facing another lower block teams. So a lower block team has already gone 1-0 up. It's when you turn to your bench and you say, okay, let's bring Nkunku into play. You see, now this is the reason why I'm now starting to get onto Pochettino, and I'm now starting to see that this guy has a problem. Because in my opinion, Nkunku should have started, yes, but he shouldn't have finished the game. I believe that Mudryk also should have started the game, because he was fit. And when Mudryk came on today, he was the one threading those through balls. He was the one attempting to play those line-breaking passes. He was the one trying to pick runners who are making runs beyond the opposition defense line. But you see, now Pochettino decided not to start him. He decided to play Jackson down the left. And Jackson was not even playing down the left. So the left-hand side of Chelsea's attack was non-existent. I want to talk about the left-hand side. I've been doing tactical analysis videos in this channel now for close to 2 years. 2 years. Now, the thing that I noticed in this analysis is that Chelsea were not utilizing their left-hand side. And what was the reason? Because now today we had a center back playing as a left back, and most of the time he was tucking in. He was not moving forward. You see. And now, then after that, we also had we have a center back who's playing behind. He's playing somewhere behind, but we also don't have a left winger. So my question is, then what are we doing? What are we doing in the team? We don't have. We are all relying to attack down the right. That's the problem I'm having. We are all relying to attack down the right. Somebody has said that Pochettino takes long to make crucial substitution. Thank you, Eric. It's true. Pochettino takes too long to make substitutions. I was shocked that Broja came out in the second half. I was shocked. I was shocked to see Jackson. If you played like that under Tuchel, you are not coming back after the second half. I'm sure. I'm 100% sure. There's a time when Tuchel actually removed Odoi. There was a time Odoi had a very horrible game. Actually, Tuchel had brought in Odoi as a substitution in the 60th minute. Then he saw that Odoi was not playing well. So what did Tuchel do? After 10 minutes, he took him off again. See what Tuchel did? He substituted, I don't know, he substituted as Piliqueta. He brought on Callum Hudson-Odoi to play down as the wing back down the right. Then he started to see that Odoi was attacking, but he was not tracking back, and the team was going to lose in that situation. So what did he do? He substituted Odoi and brought in Loftus-Cheek. So he substituted Odoi at the 60th minute, then he brought in Loftus-Cheek at around the 75th minute. I've also seen a situation where Tuchel has seen a player not performing well and he has substituted. He did that with Aubameyang. He's done that with a couple of players. With Tuchel, he understands that something is not working. I need to change it. When you go to the to halftime, you see in the second half, you see at least 2 players are coming in. Also, Frank Lampard did that a couple of times, because when you see a player is not performing well, he doesn't grow into the game. Broja had 45 minutes, so we lost 15 crucial minutes in the second half playing Broja. Those are 15 minutes we lost in the second half playing Broja, because when Broja was in, it's like we were 10 men down. Don't start me on Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson was so poor. And I don't have to keep on talking about Jackson. The substitutions were late. The substitution on Madueke was late. The substitution with... So, okay, again, somebody has reminded me here that we are playing Colwill and Madsen is on the bench. That is very unfair. That is very unfair. I don't understand why Colwill is playing... if we want to play with attacking fullbacks, then can we have fullbacks who are attacking on the pitch? Because yes, Colwill is playing as a left back, but we are still conceding. Colwill is still playing as a left back, but we are still conceding through corners. So if we are playing defenders on the pitch and we are still conceding goals through corners, then what is the point of having those defenders on the pitch in the first place? Yes? So those are the kind of problems and issues that I'm currently having with this team. And I don't know what I have to say. We cannot be having... What's your views about the 4-2-3-1 formation today? We did not play with the 4-2-3-1 formation today. We played with the 4-4-2 formation today. We did not play with our usual formation. We decided to... Pochettino decided that for some reason that the 4-2-3-1 is useless today. He had wingers, but he decided to have the wingers on the bench, and he decided to start 2 of form strikers. So that's the reason why we did not play with the 4-2-3-1 today. That is the reason why we did not play with the 4-2-3-1 today. I don't see any reason why. He should have played it. We should have played with that system that we play with every time, but we did not play with it. Now, I want to see something about Mudryk. Mudryk manages to score a goal that gets us into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, and we decide that we are not going to play Mudryk. Mudryk scores a goal in the Carabao Cup, and we decide that we're not going to play Mudryk. We decide that we're not going to... So let me try to share the link so that I can hear what some of you might have to say. I'm trying to share the link. Let me copy the link, then post the link here at the StreamYard. So you can come in and share your comments. The link is there. So that is the problem that I'm having currently. So what was your views with the 4-2-3-1? I've already explained it. We were not playing well. We're not playing well at all. Not playing well at all. And I'm very disgusted with the system in which Pochettino decided to line us up with. We cannot be playing with that system. That was a very horrible system that we played with. The link is there if you want to come in and have your say on this, because I'll be ending the stream in the next 5 minutes. I wanted to attempt to do these streams. I will be bringing in some people to come in and just have a football conversation. So let me decide to bring in my tactical board so that we can have clear clear understanding of what happened. So let me try to share my screen. I just want to do this match analysis here. I want to finish this match analysis here. So I want to bring in my tactical board. You'll give me just a few minutes as I'm preparing it. All the players who are expected to play played this game. All the players who are expected to play played this game. So I'm just going to use random colors to showcase the reason why, to showcase how the teams positioned themselves in this game. So just a minute as I prepare my tactical board. I'm going to do an analysis just now on what really happened in this game. And also to explain my frustrations in this game, I also want to talk about Nkunku. We have just talked about the negativity in this team. I want to talk about Nkunku. By there, I'm so impressed with him. You can see that we have a player there. You can see a baller there. When you look at Nkunku playing, you can see a baller there. That's a player who is positive. When he was in the box, you could see him trying to head balls. He was taking on players. His first touch is good. His link-up play was good. My only worry is that he will not play with Palmer in the game against Crystal Palace. That has really annoyed me. I wanted him to play with Palmer. So my attacking four, you start Mudryk down the left, you play Sterling down the right, you play Palmer as the number 10, then you play Nkunku ahead. That is my 4-2-3-1. Nkunku ahead, Mudryk down the left, Sterling down the right, and Palmer down the middle. And Nkunku can play the number 9 position. He can play it. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. He's going to play there because we don't have anyone. He's going to play there. Nkunku should play as the number 9. Yeah, there's nothing, and Mudryk should start every game that has remained this season. Yeah, because the manager has decided that he's not going to play him. So we are going to have to protest that Nkunku should play every game. Because Pochettino now is starting to annoy us. This is very bad. Whatever he's doing to our club is very bad. I'm bringing in the board just now. I'm just arranging Chelsea's players. So just give me a minute as I prepare the board. Yes, I wonder as well as to why Poch didn't use his last lineup that won us the Carabao Cup. It seems Poch doesn't learn from his mistakes. Yeah, you see, what Eric you've said there is very, very interesting because we play well with this lineup. We managed to score goals. We managed to dominate the game. First of all, the first thing that caught my attention was, why did Badiashile not play this game? Why did we shift from the 4-2-3-1 system? Again, I did not understand how Broja entered this lineup. We have a player in Mudryk who came in as a substitute. Last game, he was playing well. He was threading in passes. He scored the equalizer. He's the main reason why we are even in the semi-finals. And then you decide to bench Mudryk, and then you decide to start Broja. So why did Mudryk get benched for Broja? Was Mudryk not fit? Was Broja that fit? I don't understand. I am now starting to ask serious questions about Pochettino. Also, another thing I need to say, a positive in this game, is that I think Petrovic played well. If it was not Petrovic, we would have lost this game. Probably by around... we would have lost with this game around... maybe even... we would have lost this game with around 3-0. I think he made some crucial saves. I am now convinced that Petrovic should start over Sanchez. I've actually made my mind up. He's better than Sanchez. He is better than Sanchez. So I'm just preparing the tactical board because I want to do this analysis here and now. I don't think I'll have time tomorrow to do this analysis. So I want to do it here. I will edit a few of it. So I'm just trying to rush here, writing the players' names and everybody else. So I can explain the situation that happened in the game, and hopefully we can at least try to to see what we can do now against Crystal Palace, because this is really, really bad. So I think we're actually playing more with we were playing more with like a back three, We were using a back three more. And also Palma, I think Palma also had a good game. But again, if you have a good game and you have players who are not performing to your level, you see, you will become very frustrated. When you have players such as Broja just walking on the pitch, you'll get frustrated as a player. So this 27 Gusto. I think I'm done with the lineup, so I can do the analysis perfectly. So let me just get my tactical board and we'll do the analysis. So here's the analysis that I want to do. So I want to share my screen, please. So I'm going to share my screen. Tactical board. Yeah. So how Chelsea actually played in this game is that we saw that they were quite not aggressive during build up. So what we will see is that during build up, we will see both Thiago Silva and Disasi will be dropping alongside Petrovic, and Petrovic will push forward with the ball. So what this will prompt is that we started to see Gusto and Colwill who are pushing forward and trying to hug the touchline. And also another key thing that we saw is that Palmer was coming in. He was actually playing around this position, and Sterling was playing tucked in this kind of position. So what we started to see is that Broja was actually playing more of an inside forward. He was playing more of an inside forward down the right, more than a striker. So Wolves actually were not quite aggressive in their press. They will just push their front three to try to be having their two wingers pushing on Thiago Silva and Disasi while using their midfield in these kinds of areas. So the element that Chelsea saw during this game that was so interesting is that Chelsea were attempting to play the ball down the left, because down the left it was quite important, because now the position of Sterling was quite interesting, because Sterling will start wide, Colwill will start quite deeper, and Thiago Silva would attempt to play the ball to Colwill. And the main aim was to get Sterling to receive the ball in this position and have a 1v1 against Semedo, because Sterling is quite great. He's better than Semedo in that position. So Sterling would attempt to run with the ball past Semedo. And in this case, you will see maybe Jackson dropping in this position, dragging in a forward, and Broja making this run, and Cole Palmer moving in this number 10 position. Now, the problem is that even Sterling in this position, when he was making this run, you will see that Broja is not making he was making a half-hearted run in this position so that he could pick up a position in that kind of area. Now, Gusto was the one who would hold the width. Now, but because Wolves' majority of the time was not pressing Chelsea quite high up the pitch, what we started to see is that they would sit off Chelsea, and then we will allow Chelsea to have time on the ball, and this is what they did. So you will see that Wolves will move more in a deep 5-3-2 kind of block, with Semedo now being tasked to track the runs of Sterling. And the narrow shape was actually an advantage to Chelsea, because Wolves had only two midfielders on the pitch. So Chelsea having these three players on the pitch was creating a lot of problems for Wolves. I'm going to show you how. So since Chelsea were playing more with a 4-4-2 system, this is how Chelsea would play with possession. With possession, you will see Thiago Silva starting there, Disasi coming here, and Colwill playing slightly wider. So it will be like more of a double pivot, but in most cases, we will even see just Leslie playing in behind, with Konogalga playing the free role. He will be moving ahead of Colwill in these kinds of positions. So his main aim would be just standing there and attempting to move ahead in these kinds of position. So Chelsea's centre backs are not quite spread out, but quite narrow. So in this case, they will draw the opposition players to press them. And Leslie in this position was quite intelligent, since now Colwill or Thiago Silva will be finding him with the ball, and then Palma will be dropping this deep, dragging in a midfielder out of position. And Gusto, in this kinds of situation, because now the midfielder will have been dropped, Gusto will create this 2v1 against the opposition fullback. This 2v1 situation would have been created here. I'm talking about tactics that were happening in the first half of the team, the first half. So in that kind of position, what we will see in this case is that now the ball will be played to Leslie, who will play it to Palma, and Palma will attempt to play the ball to Gusto. And Gusto will find himself in these positions time and time again. And sometimes, even if Gusto would have been tracked with the wing back and Palma would have been tracked with the center back, what we started to see is that especially Disasi will be playing these balls to the runs of Broja. But you see, Broja in this position will just half himself up and miss chances and do all manner of things. So it was quite chaotic in this case. Also, in some instances during the first half, also we started to see now Jackson dropping that deep in this position, being tracked, and he will receive the ball sometimes in space and attempt to run. But Jackson was also quite poor. He will lose the ball. Wolves will win the ball off him and immediately attempt to play the ball to Semedo, who will now be attempting to make these runs. So that's just a brief tactical analysis of the game. So that's my take of this game. And this is the first live stream I've done. I've not seen it perform quite well, but hopefully I will be able to do more. So thanks for watching, and I think I'm going to end the live stream now.